Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. So the MATIC chart continues to grind a little lower in this structure, and actually it's looking quite good now because it fulfilled this pattern that I wanted to see fulfilled, an ABC pattern, and the C wave actually has 5 waves. So that gives us some more clarity. It makes the, well, I think it makes it look a little bit more reliable. It gives it a little bit of a better look really. So we're going to take a look at that in a minute. First of all, to the 4-hour chart, just to explain again that the move up of the from the September lows can be seen as a 5-wave move. And these 5-wave movements are quite relevant because in a 5-wave move, with a 5-wave move, we get an idea, or the market is telling us that the trend overall is up. Typically, when we get such a 5-wave move, it's one of the Elliott wave structures. So in this case, it's a leading diagonal. Then a 3-wave pullback would give us a potential entry point, yeah, or at least let's say a structure where we can look for entries for the upcoming 3rd wave rally, which would then follow, because after 5 waves up, we typically get that corrective pullback, and this corrective pullback is correcting this initial trending move. And then we get this pullback, and then we should get the 3rd wave rally afterwards, which is typically the most aggressive way or move in a cycle. And therefore, we are always looking for 1-2 setups because they provide the best reward to risk ratio. And also from a probabilities point of view, actually quite a favorable, let's say entry point, okay, or situation. Of course, you know, we cannot really trust diagonals. That's the problem. Diagonals cannot really be trusted because they are, they consist of corrective structures. So it's not like an impulse. When we have an impulse, we can start to trust it. With a diagonal, you can really only trust it once it becomes clear that, okay, we have 5 waves up and the pullback into the support zone works out and looks corrective, and we're actually holding support levels. Yeah. Until then, it's difficult. That's just something to mention, but that's just the situation in the crypto market. Many rallies begin with these leading diagonals. So that's also one reason why crypto is maybe a little bit more risky than other asset classes. Okay, 5 waves up, great. So we have our initial ABC structure that was in the wave 1. You see it's a 3-wave move. We have our wave 2, then we have a wave 3 also as an ABC structure, our wave 4, and then the wave 5 was also an ABC structure. We recently had a trading area communicated that was here in the region between 76 and 65 cents. The trading area or support area did hold, provided some good entries for anybody who wanted to trade the 5th wave. But as I said before, you know, if anybody wants some more clarity and confirmation that we actually get 5 waves, you can also wait just for the wave 2, because the wave 2 is likely going to move down into a similar price region as the previous wave 4. That's generally what happens in a wave 2. Oftentimes a wave 2 reaches the range of the previous wave 4, and that's around 73 to 80 cents. So then looking at this pullback zone, we have this. We have 2 possibilities here. First of all, the support zone is defined between 80.6 cents and 58.3 cents, with several Fibonacci levels layered here. We have 80.6 cents, 73.3, 66.7 and 58.3 cents. I have to say that with a sustained break below 58 cents, this assumption that a 3rd wave rally should occur, which could take us to $3 and beyond next in quite an aggressive fashion, that this is going to work out, this scenario will be challenged significantly. So just want to highlight here that there is of course a level where probabilities start to shift. And yeah, I mean, coming down to the 78.6 retracement level there at 58 cents, it's already quite a deep wave 2. But sort of if it stays around 66.7, 73.4 cents, see, that would be ideal. But we'll see. Whenever it touches the zone, these are standard support zones. We just have to be ready then for a turnaround. And now if I zoom in and go to the 1-hour chart, what we can see is that the market already formed, a 3-wave move down. Okay, so we have an A wave, we have a B wave, and the C wave is basically a pretty complete looking 5-wave move. I mean, maybe we get another low, but from this region, I would like to see some kind of a some kind of a corrective rally, but it's not started yet. At least it's not evident. I would like to see at least a move above 85.9 cents to at least get an indication that at least a B wave rally started. So again, this could be all of wave 2, or we're getting a larger wave 2, A, B, C. The next rally will probably give us further clarity, because if the rally is corrective, then we're likely going to see another C wave down. If the rally is impulsive, we're likely going to break eventually through resistance, which is defined between 93.4 cents and $1.02. And we're already in the third wave. Now, if we look at this, just this structure that started here at the recent highs, we can take the length of the A wave, then we go to the top of the B wave, just to see where we landed. And we landed at the 1.618 extension. I mean, we've got that. The C wave has reached an ideal length. Of course, it could go a little lower, but I mean, this is a key point for a reversal. Then we have 5 waves down in wave C, and we see a bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. I mean, you know, the price eventually needs to confirm it, but I think things are looking quite positive for a potential, at least temporary reversal there in a B wave shortly. We'll see. But again, there is a level that needs to break to make that more likely. At the moment, it's basically still catching the falling knife, but the downtrend seems to be slowing down. You can also, I mean, it looks a little bit like a descending wedge, even if you just look at the microstructure here. Maybe like a channel, okay? But a break to the upside would indicate that, yeah, possibly we are finally starting that B wave. So it's looking quite good. And again, the next rally will tell us a lot. I think it will clarify a lot. So what I obviously don't know, because I don't have the crystal ball, is if this wave 2 is already over or if it's just the A wave. But once we have 3 waves complete in a correction, we have to consider that the overall correction is done. Now, personally, I would prefer the white count, okay, because it would just, you know, looking at the length duration of wave 1, it would just suggest that the wave 2 should also have an adequate duration that is somewhat similar. I mean, this wave 2 so far happened quite quickly, but that can happen in bullish markets. Again, there is no reliable time zone, let's say, guideline that you can use. It's sort of unreliable. It takes as long as it takes. Yeah, that's my update about MATIC. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.